auction dinners, and fundraising events. And in 2010, I was presented with the Republican of the Year award. I have worked and supported many various local, state, and federal campaigns, and just to name a few, because I can't tell you all the ones I send for out of state that come to my house every day asking for money. Tommy Joe Marsilio, Nick Scariosis, Andy Manning, Amy Sabbath, Mary O'Toole, Congressman Jim Renacci, and Senator Rob Portman, Governor John Kasich, and Lieutenant Governor Mary Taylor. I also was the Portage County Chair for the Senator John Eklund's campaign, and I am currently the Portage County Chair for Auditor David Yost's re-election campaign. I am a member of the Edinburgh United Church, and I have held many positions. Anybody that belongs to a church knows you're very multitasked and multi-needed. And I have been the treasurer, the stewardship chair. I was the moderator for the church for 3 years, and I am currently the treasurer of the Eastern Ohio Association and the Western Reserve United Church of Christ. I'm their treasurer, and that's over 150 churches that are in those two associations in Ohio. I retired from General Motors Lordstown after working over 45 years. And I was in the Human Resource Department. I was the administrator there. My interpersonal and communication skills, along with confidentiality, hard work, dedication, and the strengths that I have exhibited in my work and my life, I feel that that's going to be an advantage for me in this position. Since my retirement, I now have more time to dedicate to work for the position of State Central Committee. I want to be able to communicate back to you and the central committees in the 18th District, which would be the Lake Central Committee, the Geauga, and also the Portage County Central Committees. I would report back to those three counties. I want to be able to report back, and I am very, very accessible. We need to communicate and have an active, unified voice in the 18th districts. Let's not just be Lake County, Geauga County, and Portage County. Let's work together and let's just be the 18th district. I would really appreciate your vote of confidence. If I am elected, I will work hard to keep it. Please give me the opportunity to serve you. Thank you very much. And I will take questions if you have any questions. I'm game. I didn't want to tell you that I'm a grandma and I'm proud of all 6 of my grandbabies, but if you want to see them, I can get their pictures. You know, and my husband and I have been married 45 years, so we, you know, just like with anybody else, everybody has their ups and downs, and we're both retired now, and we're trying to work out how it's going to work. He was out there 11 months before me, so I kind of changed his routine. Does anybody have any questions about the position or what's going on? You're a great crowd. Yes, sir.
Where would you say you are politically as far as conservative to moderate?
I guess it depends on what your scale is. I believe in a balanced budget. I feel that my household, we operate on the money that we have in the house. We don't have excess debt. Important to me is I wanted the house paid off before I retired, and we did have our house paid off. I didn't want to accrue anything. I feel that when I'm working with the church money and the other monies, I think that we have to be good stewards of our money. You know, I think we have to recognize that people work hard for the money that they give us, and they entrust in us no matter where, in what job or where we're at. I guess I don't know. You have to give me a...
How about on social? Same-sex marriage, abortion?
That kind of stuff will not be into anything that I have that I will be doing, but I support the Ohio, the federal, the student, all the Ohio right to life, the student right to life. I'm a member of all of those. Recently, because of everything, I'm even a member of the NRA, just because I wanted to be a member because of the Second Amendment. And then there's an NAGR that I'm also a member of. I have no idea, but I knew I wanted to be part of their membership in case they had anybody asking how many members do you have. I wanted to make sure I was on that list because I believe in our amendments to have the guns. My husband's a hunter. My boys hunted with them, and I feel that we need to do that.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Do you believe that the government has gotten too big, and what would you do to cut back on the role of government? Now, I realize you're not going to do much of that as a central government, but what is your vision? What would you like to see in the country?
What would we cut back?
Well, yeah, and
And
what...
locally? I mean,
What?
locally, I mean, I do local, but I mean, if we're looking at a grant, if Janine Kabala was running for president,
Yeah.
well, I think that we could do a lot by eliminating the IRS. I think they're a thorn in our side. We could get rid of them. I think there is help for the Postal Service. I think we need to help them. They're a bleeding, needs to be plugged, that needs to be plugged up a little bit. I think that we should also be looking at the people that are not really on welfare, that are able to work. I think that we should have incentives to work instead of giving people incentives not to work. When I came out of high school, there were jobs for us. We had jobs. Kids are coming out of school, there's no jobs. It doesn't matter if they're coming out of college or school or whatever. When I was, and I'm in HR, and I dealt with a lot of students that were coming in, and summer students and interns that go to college. And I said to them, you know, the engineerings are great and all of that, and that's where you need to go. You got to specialize. But now they're coming out, and not a lot of them are getting jobs. And the kids that aren't going, I'm telling them to go to trade school. And I said, please go and get a welding certificate. Go and be a welder. I said, they're going to need it in a couple years when we're able to start fracking and getting our economy going. We're going to need them. We're going to need those type of individuals to work on the pipes. And I know everybody has different ideas about fracking. But I think that would be a boom, and I think it's gave us a lot of millionaires, at least down in Carrollton and some of the Columbiana areas. I mean, these farmers who have struggled for years, they have an opportunity to quote the show, what is it, Beverly Hillbillies, liquid gold. You know, there's gold under the dirt. You know, it's liquid gold, and so you know they have an opportunity to have a better economy, get us all working. That's all right. He's going to give me the hook.
Thank you. The next candidate is John Mancini. He's from the 18th District, so if you would welcome John Mancini.
Can I use it?
Sure.
That's what I should have done.
Hi, my name is John Mancini. I'm in the Portage County Tea Party. And to answer your question, I've been a conservative ever since I was born. I was even a conservative when I went to Kent State from 1966 through 70. I had a communist sociology professor. And I left his class after three classes because they were bad-mouthing the United States so bad I couldn't stand it anymore. I went to him and I said,